Imagine a world where your child's favorite playmate is a glowing rectangle and their most cherished stories are told through pixels. That's the reality for many kids today, and it's raising urgent questions about how screen time is reshaping childhood. But here's where it gets controversial. While screens offer educational value, the sheer volume of time kids spend on them is sparking debates about health, development, and even the future of learning. Let's dive into the facts, the fears, and the solutions that parents and educators are scrambling to implement. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, paints a startling picture. Children aged 8 to 10 spend an average of 6 hours daily on screens, while teens, 11 to 14, clock in 9 hours. For older teens, 15 to 18, it's still a hefty 7.5 hours. These numbers aren't just statistics, they're a wake-up call. Dr. Roseanne Hodge, a child mental health expert, warns that our brains and eyes weren't built for this level of screen exposure. We're in an era of unprecedented screen time usage, she says, adding that excessive screen use can lead to anxiety, depression, and slower learning. The CDC's guidelines are clear, but often overlooked. Kids under 2 should avoid screens entirely, while those over 2 should be limited to 30 minutes weekly for educational or physical activities. Yet, many parents admit to using screens as a babysitter during meals or busy days. Hodge emphasizes that this habit can disrupt healthy eating and social skills. Kids need engagement, not passive consumption, she stresses. Physical activity is another battleground. The CDC recommends at least an hour of daily exercise, but screen time often replaces outdoor play. On days when going outside isn't feasible, Hodge suggests sensory tools like crunchy snacks or interactive play to stimulate young minds. Independent play is equally vital. Letting kids explore on their own for 10 to 15 minutes fosters creativity and gives parents a breather. You don't have to hover, she says. Just be nearby and talk to them from a distance. But here's the part most people miss. Screens at night are a sleep saboteur. The blue light from devices suppresses melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Sutter Health recommends avoiding screens 1 to 2 hours before bed and swapping them for reading or a warm bath. Yet many kids still scroll until their eyes close, leaving parents to wonder how to enforce these boundaries. Social media adds another layer of complexity. Brown University Health highlights its dual nature. It connects kids globally, but also breeds anxiety, cyberbullying, and self-image issues. Kids would rather text than talk face-to-face, Hodge notes. Hiding behind screens makes it easier to be cruel or avoid real-world interactions. To combat this, experts suggest parental controls, device-free bedrooms, and open conversations about online safety. Not all screen time is evil, though. Educational shows like Blippi or Miss Rachel can be beneficial if watched interactively. Hodge advises parents to sit with their kids during these shows, then discuss what they learned afterward. Television isn't a babysitter, she reminds. Set clear rules like a 30-minute timer and stick to them. Consistency is key. Even if it feels repetitive, kids thrive on routine. Some states are taking bold steps to curb screen distractions in schools. Texas Governor Greg Abbott recently signed a law banning K-12 students from using phones during school hours, effective 2025 to 2026. While supporters argue this will boost focus and reduce bullying, critics worry about communication gaps. Liberty Hill ISD's superintendent, Travis Motal, acknowledges these concerns, but insists, "We want kids to engage with their teachers, not their devices." Hodge's final message is both reassuring and urgent. It's never too late to start, but the harder it gets once screens become a habit. She encourages parents to experiment with schedules, use timers, and offer exciting alternatives to screen time. You don't need to be perfect, she says. Just consistent. Your child's brain is craving dopamine hits, so consistency will win the battle. So, where do you stand? Is screen time a necessary evil or a crisis in the making? Share your thoughts in the comments, because the future of childhood depends on this conversation.